exciting news. We are going on vacation. This will be our very first family vacation since we got married, because obviously we did our honeymoon. The following summer we did a baby moon, and then we've never taken the kids on an actual trip. I mean, Evangeline's 3.5 and Noah will be 2 next month. But obviously we've never done more than 2 nights away, and it was always within 2 hours of here. So very excited. And if you're new to my channel, this is That French Teacher Mom Life. My name is Rachel. I'm a mom of a little girl, a little boy, and sometime in the fall, number 3, we don't know what it is. I am a teacher. I've been teaching 9 years. This will be my 10th year of teaching, but I will be taking an extended maternity leave this year to take care of my 3 little ones at home. So my 10th year of teaching will be cut short very abruptly. So I guess next year will be my real 10th year of teaching. I teach French, I teach freshman English, and I love both. I really do love both. Teaching is something that comes naturally to me. I've had strangers tell me that I'm a natural teacher. So cool beans. My husband works for our local city, and that's an intro to our family. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. I am working on planning my snacks for the car for our trip. So our drive is going to be in total 5.5 hours, which is not bad at all. And we're breaking up the first part of the trip into 2 days. And then at the end of the trip, when we return home, it'll be all in 1 day. We will drive about 2.5 hours on day 1, and then 2.5 hours on day 2. We are staying, in Chester County, Pennsylvania, which is the county that borders Lancaster County to the south. And we will be doing the Lancaster County things. I think we're gonna hit the beach for a day, things like that. But in the car on the way, I'm going to have snacks just for the car. These are my car snacks. In fact, let me grab one more thing and I will talk about this. Okay, so for our car snacks, I have a little variety. I have 2 different types of Chex Mix. This is for James and the kids. If you have been watching my channel before, you know I'm gluten-free. I cannot eat gluten. I have a very bad intolerance to it. In fact, when I'm pregnant, I throw it up. So not very pleasant. So I have 2 bags of Chex Mix for the kids. And then my plan for that is I have those little snack cups with the opening on top. The kid can put their hand in, but not really spill it as easily. So I would just keep these up front with James and I, and then have the snack cup there and can dispense accordingly. The next thing I have are these applesauce pouches. These are unsweetened. If you have children, just want to mention, your kids don't need the extra sugar in applesauce. Apples are naturally sweet, and I wouldn't buy anything with added sugar in my applesauce. So I buy the no sugar added, and my kids love these, and I like them too. So it's nice because we can all 3 eat these. James can too, but he's not the biggest applesauce fan. And the next thing is string cheese. Again, very easy. I can put it in the bag with a cooler pack, and we are good to go. And this is organic string cheese. I try to buy organic dairy when possible. The next 2 things are granola bars, and you can see Evangeline already broke into these. But I have chocolate chip and vanilla chip. They are both organic again, and let's see. This one, they're both the chewy kind. So anyways, Evangeline's been on a kick for granola bars lately, and there was a coupon for the Cascadian Farm, so I grabbed those for her. And Noah isn't the biggest granola bar fan right now. We have a box of chicken and biscuits. No, not the healthiest snack, but it's something we just do once in a while, and the kids enjoy snacking on these, and so does James. I can't eat them, obviously. The next thing is bananas. They travel well. They're easy to eat in the car. And then this is my emergency bag. So if one of my kids has a meltdown or a tantrum, I can often distract them with gummies. So these little individual baggies are from Welch's, and they're just the right size to kind of, maybe if they're a little bit, the blood sugar's a little bit low, to give them that little blood sugar boost they might need, but also just as a distraction or from a tantrum or as a reward for good behavior. So this is not something they eat every day. In fact, these aren't something they even eat every week. It is a treat for them. So I have a bag of those. That's kind of like my emergency bag. And then last but not least, I'm gonna make myself some gluten-free Chex Mix because I love Chex Mix and I miss it so much. So I have the squares, the gluten-free like rice squares. And then I'm gonna make mine with macadamia nuts. And then these pretzels from Glutino are delicious. I've already like broken into the bag. And then I'm gonna do like the butter and Worcestershire sauce and like garlic and onion and like bake them in the oven and all that. So I'll have a bag of my own Chex Mix that I can eat. James and the kids will have this, so that'll be good. And then I figure this will easily get us to there, and then even as we're traveling around in the area, we'll have like a lot of this still. And then you can always pick something up. There's gonna be a lot of bulk food stores in the area that we wanna visit at least one, pick up a few things for the trip home if we need to. And that's the plan. Now that is just my car snacks right there. I have my whole list. I've been planning this. If you have done any type of vacation with children, you know you have to do extensive planning ahead of time. Otherwise, you're probably going to run into some little mini crises. So what I recommend doing is creating a menu. And because we're staying in Airbnbs, we're not doing a hotel, we will be doing a lot of our own cooking. And that was the plan, was to save money, but to do simple meals. So I like broke down my menu, and I'll show it to you guys. Okay, so you can see I have the snacks, which I just showed you guys, and then like our lunch ideas. So I have bread for the kids and James, and then gluten-free wraps for me. So like whatever they put on their sandwich, I can obviously put on my wrap. And then I have gluten-free crackers and hummus for me. I have yogurt for everybody, and then I'm bringing a box of mac and cheese along. And then like obviously other things can get added to that. We plan to buy fruit while we're there at a farm stand, so that'd be like another addition too. And again, I just don't want to travel with fruit because it could go bad, and we are staying overnight partway through, so things like that. And then you can see here I have peanut butter in all capital letters because we are huge peanut butter heads. And again, peanut butter can go with lunch and peanut butter can go with breakfast. So we're gonna do oats, milk. We'll buy milk when we get there. So we'll do oats and bringing butter. We're bringing our own pasture-raised eggs from our backyard. I'm gonna make some pancakes for me. Some of my gluten-free pancakes, they freeze and refrigerate beautifully. I make a really yummy pumpkin pancake. So I'll be making a batch of those, and then jam, because the kids like jam and peanut butter in their oats. And then for suppers, I'm bringing some chicken. We're gonna do chicken and rice one night with a veggie, and then we'll do pasta. I make my own sauce and I freeze it, and I figure that'll be perfect in the cooler. It'll kind of help keep other things cool, and then it'll be like softened by the time we're ready for it. And then bring my own coconut oil, and then either barbecue sauce or maybe grab a yummy like seasoning packet somewhere. So we'll see. And then I have my favorite herb blend, which I will show you guys. My favorite herb blend that I've been using is garlic and herb from Pampered Chef, and it's gluten-free, which is really nice. But I love this because it's so versatile. I can put it in like anything and it adds instant flavor. So this is my go-to, and I don't have to bring a bunch of other spices with me because this has everything from rosemary to onion and garlic in it. So I'll bring that. Now normally I prefer to make my own spice blends. Like I have all my spices right here, but sometimes when you are in a hurry, it's just easier to grab something that's already blended for you. So I have that. Yeah, so that's the snacks, and I'll bring you guys along with me when I do like clothes and stuff and talk about like how I'm keeping them entertained in the car. Hey guys, okay, so it's still the same day. I just like changed my shirt because it's cooler than the other shirt. All right, I talked about snacks and what we're feeding our toddler and our preschooler on the trip. Now I want to show you guys what we're doing about entertainment and how to keep them entertained, especially coming home. We'll have like the 5.5 hour drive straight, and then on the way there we're dividing it up into 2 days. So I'm going to show you guys right now what I got going on. All right, so first of all, we have Little Bear. Can you guys see that? Yeah, there we go. Little Bear, this has several stories on it. It's 50 minutes. We have done discs in the car with stories before, and it's always a hit with both kids. We have this one, and it's new to them. The second one is Jack and the Beanstalk. So this one has a book that each of them could look through and the CD. The next one we have, hold on, I'm not ready for those yet,
is Curious George, and they actually listened to this one the last trip we took. It was a shorter trip, and they loved it. They actually wanted to listen to it 3 different times. So this one is great. Curious George feeds the animals. And then, so that's it for stories. What we also have here is this little activity pad. This is for Noah because this marker only writes on the paper. It's one of those cool ones, and I don't have to worry about him writing on himself or the car seat in the back seat. So I picked this up at Aldi's for a couple bucks. The next one I have is this book, which we actually got for free at a thrift store. I'm Ready to Read with Chase, and then it's Paw Patrol, but all the buttons on the side there all make a noise and talk and things like that. So it's interactive. I thought this would be perfect for either kid in the back seat. We have this. This is actually a hand-me-down notebook that Evie is just going to love. It can practice letters or she can doodle, but it just needs a dry erase marker. So I thought this would be good for her. And then these are kind of new to the kids, and I don't know how well these are going to go over, but they are basically little tablets, and they are normally $18 or $18.99, and I got them for $10 during Prime Days a piece. So for $10 a piece, I got a pink and a blue one for each of the kids. But let me just kind of show you how these work, because it's really kind of neat. I saw these on Instagram from another mom. Grabbed this, like I said, during Prime Days, but it's nothing like, it's not like a computer or anything like that. It's just a drawing tablet, but I guess it's digital. Anyway, the pen is attached right at the top, and of course this one's hard to pull out. Evie's isn't as hard. There we go. And it's very simple. You just take your pen, you draw, and then the button here at the bottom erases it, and they start fresh. Again, easy and not messy, and I hope that they have fun with these. I was telling James, I said, if I had paid full price for these and had paid, like, I think it was the $18 or $19 a piece, I would be a little bit disappointed in the quality because I feel like they're pretty flimsy. But because I only paid $10, I'm like, well, you know. But I definitely would not pay full price for these because I just wasn't super impressed with the durability. I will link these down below so that if you're interested in them, you can check them out for yourself. Maybe over like Black Friday, they'll be on sale even cheaper. But I definitely would not pay full price for these. They're not worth it. Okay, so that is their little tablets. I picked this up at Aldi's, this activity pad, along with Noah's Coco Melon one for just a couple dollars. And this is the Wacky Faces, and it has like the stickers, and then she can make fun faces with it. So there's like a pig, and then in the front are the sets of stickers. So I thought that was cute. She's never had one of these before. I thought it would be a good idea for her to try something different in the car, and maybe it'll keep her busy. And then other than that, I have my like usual car toys, which is like a couple poppets, one for each of them. I think that's really it. We don't do screens in the car, so like I don't hand my phone to my kid and do screens. We don't do that. We also try not to do screens in restaurants. It's just kind of like a rule we have that you have to learn how to entertain yourself. So they will not have any screens in the car or any restaurants that we go to. We just make do with what we have, and they learn. So yeah, that's how we're keeping the kids entertained. That's what we're feeding the kids with. And then as you can see there, that was my desk that I had all that sitting on. That is several of the things we're packing for them. And then my other like plan is to divide up like by activity. So like I have suitcase with clothes and like toiletries, but then I have this old backpack, but it's gonna work fine, from Swiss Gear, and it's awesome because it holds a lot. So it'll hold like our beach towels and probably some other beach accessories that we'll need to bring with us. And the best part is it'll be hands-free, and that's the goal, so we can keep our hands free to manage children or carry something else. I don't really want to spend a lot of money buying things just for the trip and then having to worry about storage. I really am trying to minimize stuff in my house, minimize clutter. The more you have, the more you have to clean, and the less time you have for yourself, your children, and your spouse. That's my motto, man. All right, until next time on the French Teacher Mom Life. If you're interested in our trip and our vacation, that will actually be on our family channel, Gracewood Farms, because we are attending a homesteaders conference and we will be in the heart of farm country around Lancaster County. It will actually be on my other channel. So this is like the packing video. The other video will be of Gracewood Farms. Thanks, guys. God bless. Okay, guys, I thought I would just tell you real quick what the kids enjoyed on the trip and what kept them busy. Because I showed you at the beginning the stuff that I had bought, but you're probably wondering, did it actually work, and like what did the kids like, especially if you have little ones too. So let me first tell you about these little tablets. Remember I showed these to you guys earlier in the video. They were not super into these. They would maybe play with it for 5 minutes tops, and then they were over it. So they did play with them a few times on the trip, but not for more than a few minutes. So these will probably go in the diaper bag. We'll use them for like restaurant visits or like short trips, but I wouldn't invest money into these. What they liked more than that is those little magnetic like sketch with the attached pen, and then you like swipe it with the little bar and it erases. I don't have it in here right now. They loved that. Both kids played with, I had a blue one for Evie and a green one for Noah, and they played with that way more than they did the actual tablet. The other thing that was a big hit with Evie, remember she's 3.5, is the dry erase board. So she even tried to practice tracing the letters, but she really enjoyed drawing on here. That kept her busy for a while on the trip, and she asked for it over and over again. The other thing was the book on disc. They didn't even want it, so we never even listened to Curious George. And then I had this little Paw Patrol book. Well, yeah, they liked it. And then Noah completely destroyed it, so here's the innards to that. Yeah, I would say the biggest things they played with, like Evie, was the dry erase board. Noah and Evie both the little magnetic, like sketchy boards. And then Evie enjoyed playing with stickers a little bit. For the most part, they just would like kind of rotate those out and listen to music. And they did listen to a few books. We listened to Frozen and stuff. So those things kept them busy. We did the whole trip. Like not once in the car did they ever get a screen. They never were handed a phone or an actual like, tablet or something. So we did the 5.5-hour trip broken up into chunks without screen. So you can do it. If you don't set the precedent of having a screen in the car, your children will learn how to deal with boredom and how to entertain themselves. So yeah, that's it. If you have any tips, comment down below on what your kids like to do in the car on long trips without a screen.